Hail, yeah, people out there in YouTube land, we got a new video for you today. Alright, so the new video, as promised, should be a Monday, unless something untoward has happened. And this is a follow-up video to the one I did on Friday. So this we're looking at today is another M1 carbine. Another, similar, the same, I don't know, let's find out. So, M1 carbine, as before, a little bit louder and a lot worse. Here we go. I'll do this wide shot first. M1 carbine, bayonet, adjustable rear sight, rotating safety. But as you can probably tell, we're not looking at wood anymore, are we? We're looking at... Actually, I want to know, who thinks this looks cool? Or who thinks this looks fudded? Let me know. Fudded or cool? So what are we looking at, other than an M1 carbine that has the post-war modifications, or theoretically late-war modifications? We are looking at an American aftermarket stock, which is kind of cool. It folds, makes it nice and handy for transport in vehicles of the sort, even more so, I would say, than the original. I kind of actually like this design for a practical point of view. From an aesthetic point of view, I think it looks like crap. Magazine, I'll put one in just... Actually, no, I'll put one in, put some dummy rounds in. How's that sound? That way you can see it ejecting. So these guys had 15, 20 round mags originally. I know aftermarket, I think they go all the way up to 30 or something crazy. I don't know what the limit is. We're pinned at 5 in Canada, so anything beyond that is a waste of money. This aftermarket stock is, well, I don't know how to say this, Shotate tool. I believe they're still around. I know you can look them up and you can find these similar stocks to these. So why would you put this on here? Who put this on here? It wasn't me. I bought it like this. The people who put it on there were the IDF, the Israeli Defense Force. In 1947, when they formed Israel, as part of the aid effort, they sent out, I don't know how many, hundreds of thousands, millions possibly, to Israel. And this was used by the IDF, it was used by the settlers. It was a very ubiquitous rifle in Israel at the time. A lot of the rifles were captured German rifles, so K98s would be more common in something like this. But when it comes to semi-automatic, you didn't have a whole lot of choices. You were M1 Garand, M1 carbine, and the M1 carbines, they were just more plentiful. And to be honest, a lot more useful. How do I know this is Israeli IDF? Well, the short answer is I know where they were imported from. The long answer is there's some telltale factors. And the most interesting one, I have 2 of these, not in the same variation, because they did not always put them in the plastic stocks. They probably just did it as needed on a refurbishment placement. But this safety flag is uniquely Israeli. It's so robust, and I think anybody who's seen the videos or the photos of Israeli soldiers on patrol, on security detail, they always have chamber flags in for safety reasons, because there's a conscription, everyone doesn't get as much training as would be ideal, so for safety reasons they carry chamber empty, chamber flag in, and bring the rifle up as needed. And so far I don't think I've heard of any issues with that method. It's similar to the way they carry their guns. A lot of the times you'll see them draw a handgun and cock it at the same time, or slide the slide back to cock and load a round. I don't know, I like that way. I think it's safe. It's kind of like the idea of holsters. Quick draw was not really a thing in the Old West, and it was not a thing in World War I and World War II. Watch, we also have flap holsters. Quick draw, I think, is again kind of a Hollywood myth. But short of that, there was a lot of countries. Pretty much, if you wanted to, if you had an enemy that was communist, the U.S. was more than happy to hand these out to you. A good example would be Afghanistan during the Russian invasion of Afghanistan. So these have the converted the conversions that they can update them. So watch the old one if you want to see details about what's specific. I'll go over it real quickly. Bayonet lug front band, round bolt, adjustable rear sight, and rotating safety as opposed to push button. But that's the basis of it. I think I forgot to mention in the old video, but hopefully you guys will want to know for this video. I was talking about I want to convert the old one, which is, I'll bring it right back for this. The old one, I want the flat bolt. So why is there a round bolt? The round bolt is there because they found when they were manufacturing the M2 carbine, there'd be a lot of bolt jump, and when the bolt doesn't stay home, you can have the hammer fall, and if the bolt's bouncing backwards as the hammer's falling, you could potentially get an out of battery fire, but more likely what's going to happen is the hammer will just follow the bolt back and not hit the hammer, not hit the firing pin with enough force to fire the rifle. So they added a heavier bolt to slow that bounce, give it more forward momentum to keep it in the forward position. I'm sure that if you did still a video, which I will do with these soon, and I'll post that, we'll look for bolt bounce. And ideally, I'd like to get a flat bolt before I do that, so we can actually see the difference between a flat and a round. Alright guys, I told you this was going to be a short one. It was just a quick follow-up. I hope you found this one a little more interesting. I will show you one last time. I promised you ejection, didn't I? Let's eject. Let's eject right into my lap, and on the floor. There you go, ejection. And once more, just a quick comparison. 9mm M1 carbine, 30 carbine, sorry. Dummies, always dummies, guys. No live rounds. No live rounds in the workshop. No live rounds until you're at the range. This is Canada. Safety first. No self-defense in firearms. Don't keep them loaded. Keep them locked up. Keep them safe. Keep yourself safe. Keep your family safe. Alright, guys. That is going to be it for this video. Please like. Claps. Like me. Like me. I need you people to like me. And subscribe. I need you guys to subscribe. So, enjoy. Have a great day. Stay tuned for more videos.